Right, so welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing very, very well. It's a little bit as we feared in the January transfer window. Leeds have not made any moves as of yet, and it's looking increasingly unlikely that they will make any moves at all. But the most recent rumours seem to have linked us with the Montpellier striker, who can apparently reach speeds faster than the French speedster Kylian Mbappe. Before we go any further, please remember to hit the subscribe button. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers and we are getting so close. It just means we can get those videos out consistently and bring you the content that you want to see. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn the bell notifications on so that you don't miss a video when it's dropped. What is it with Leeds and getting linked with French strikers all of a sudden? We had the links with Jean-Philippe Mateta earlier on in the January transfer window. That looks as if it's not going to happen. Mateta being heavily linked with Crystal Palace now, and it looks like Palace will be able to wrap that deal up. Well, once again, I'd say beating Leeds to the punch. Being an established Premier League club, they're appearing to land the deals that maybe Leeds should be looking at. I can't help thinking that we should have been in the race for Eberechi Eze as a creative midfielder from the Championship. You look at what he's managed to do for Palace, and that's an area that we're heavily lacking in. But there's no point in wondering over things that haven't happened. We're going to look at things that are recently tipped to happen. And according to some sources, Leeds have apparently been offered the Montpellier striker Andy Delort. Now the French sides have been heavily hit with the financial crisis that's been happening because of the pandemic, and a lot of them are looking to cash in on a couple of assets. Montpellier are one of those clubs, and Delort seems to be one of those assets that they're looking to cash in on. Leeds are apparently one of a few Premier League clubs that have been offered the chance to sign Delort, the 29-year-old Algerian international. Montpellier are desperate for a little bit of money for him, and he's being offered around to some of the Premier League clubs. Delort currently has a fantastic record in Ligue 1 this season. He's played 18 games, scored 9 goals and 6 assists. I mean, that's on kind of the Patrick Bamford levels of success that we were all hyping up at the start of the season. He's a speedster, incredibly quick. I believe his top speeds are meant to be recorded as being faster than Mbappe. I think if you believe that. He is 29, so he is getting on a little bit in age, which is something that is going to count against him in Bielsa's eyes when we are looking to invest in a couple of new players. And we already know that Leeds under Bielsa have a tendency to stick with their one registered striker, I suppose. I'm not sure anyone is going to come in to replace Bamford. He works really well with the system, and Bielsa has a lot of faith in him. So I don't really think anyone that comes in is going to replace Bamford in any way. I can't help wondering, actually, if the disastrous Jean-Kevin Augustin deal that we tried this time last year in the January window, and how that ended, has maybe influenced Leeds' activity in the January transfer windows. Now, maybe that's something to think about. How terribly that went. Maybe that's something that we don't want to get involved with again, maybe. Is Augustin one of the worst ever January transfers that Leeds have ever made? Leave in the comments who you think Leeds' worst possible January transfer option was. I actually can't think back to many more that have been worse than Augustin. Other news, the Louis Sibley rumours are still circulating. A couple of reporters now saying that Leeds need to jump at the chance to land the Derby youngster. We've been linked with him for a long time now. Derby themselves appear to be in a little bit of financial trouble, and again could look to cash in. Looks to be a player that we should really consider going in for. He's young, he has plenty of potential. We see lots of other young players around the league breaking into the first team after a year of development in a lower league. Someone like Emil Smith-Rowe from Arsenal is coming to mind. He spent a year at Huddersfield because he was deemed not good enough for the first team. He's now one of the mainstay starters in their squad. So I'm 100% all for taking risks on a young player and then seeing them with the hopes of seeing them break into the first team. So I would really like to see the Louis Sibley deal get done if we can. I think it's more realistic than a big money striker move in January like Andy Delort. I'm not sure that's going to get done at all. I don't actually think Leeds are going to be doing much business at all in this window, if I'm honest. Probably still recovering from the nightmare that was JKA, Big Kev. That's going to be all from me today. A very, very quick transfer update. Well, let's be honest, there isn't really a whole lot of news to go on with Leeds in the January transfer window. So we're looking forward to when the season gets back underway and we've got the games coming thick and fast. And that way I can get some of these previews and reactions out. And then we can do the transfer stuff back in the summer. Let me know as well in the comments what kind of content you guys would like to see me do when we do have lulls between games. That way I can make sure I'm putting out the content that you guys really want to see. That's going to be all from me today. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, please remember to hit that subscribe button. We are less than 200 away from 1,000. That would be a huge milestone to hit. And it just shows how much you're supporting the channel. So thank you very much for that. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, stay safe.